Hey everyone, welcome to Out Loud Honesty, the podcast designed to step you outside of your comfort zone. My name is Lisa Freed, and I will be your host today and every day on Out Loud Honesty. I'm like a one-man band. So, it's time for episode 2, and there has been quite a bit of time between episode 1 and episode 2. It's been like a week, maybe even 8 days. And I want to let you in on a bit of the secret as to why it has been that delay. I got stuck in the how it should be done process. Now, I know that you know all about this because you too have been there. In fact, you might be there right now. Yet, that trap is a sticky little sucker, okay? So even if we know, oh, I shouldn't let the shoulds get me, we still fall into it. I especially. So I was really concerned. Should I record once a week? If I record more than once a week, do I just release once a week? And that always feels false for me. Or can I just record whenever I have an out loud honesty to share with you? All kinds of different stories. So here I am today, and when I felt compelled to record this, the topic, for those of you who've already listened 90 seconds and are wondering what I'm going to get around to saying, is about meditation. Okay, so I want to just spend a moment, who knows how long, talking to you about meditation and what it can look like. Because when even I say the word meditation, I instantly go to this place of story. Oh, it's too hard. My thoughts are so busy. You should see my brain. Random thing after random thing, like a butterfly flitting around here and there. You know, I've got other things that I should be doing. I can't just sit still for an hour. I can't even cross my legs, so that full lotus or half lotus, like, not happening. What if I get cold? What if the doorbell rings? What if somebody calls me? What if my phone's on silent and I miss an important phone call? What if, yeah, like, absolutely. Now, there's more important things to do. Didn't you see there was a new season of blah, blah, blah released on Netflix? I've got that to do, you know? Or I could be on social media trying to gain more followers, or I could be writing my book, or I could be, like, there is just so much crap that goes through our heads about meditation. So I wanted to just break it down a little bit for you about meditation, what it looks like for me, and how it works for me. So feel free to play along if you're so inclined. I don't subscribe to any one specific practice. Last year, a lot of my practice looked like listening to guided meditations, and they helped to bring my brain into a certain state and allow it to rest and recuperate. It quieted the trolls, as Kimberly Lynn Pollard, my bestie, would say, and it just allowed me to journey deeper and deeper with my mind, and it was amazing. Now, out loud honesty, OLH, I would often fall asleep. I would choose to listen right before I went to bed, and I would fall asleep, which sometimes happens in meditation. In fact, guaranteed, if I choose to meditate laying down, I'm sleeping. You know, heck, sometimes sitting up I can do it, right? Just ask me. I went to a 10-day silent retreat, meditated for 10 and a half, 11 hours a day. I could fall asleep sitting up. You know, my girl Michelle was good at that too. We used to laugh. That was just her deep, deep breathing. So guided meditation, it works. There is one, if you go to the Center for Spiritual Living and you go to the meditation portion that happens right before the first service every Sunday, there's a portion of it that's guided, and then the rest of the 15 minutes, you just carry on the practice. And sometimes there's a certain practice suggested to you as you sink into meditation. You follow that along, and then you come out of it when they gently bring you back to the room, right? And then there's my favorite way to practice, and that I can come up with the absolute most amazingly fantastical excuses not to, is just sit there. Just sit there and be present with all the stuff that is coming up in your mind, and allow it to be. Don't sweat it. Don't fret it. Don't get frustrated and pissed off and think that it needs to be different. In Vipassana meditation, you follow your inhalation exhalations through your nose, and then you focus on a sensation that is occurring in each part of your body or all of your body at one time. Or there's Kyle Cease's way, which is just sit there and let everything bubble up. Let it bubble up. Let it show up, and just sit there and experience it. And sit there for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever you feel called to do. Now, I know that I was meditating right before this program, before I started recording this program. And I took some notes, actually, funny story, during it, because I felt called to capture a couple of things on paper. And if you look real close, and I know those listening to the audio version of this are like, I can't see anything. Just picture this. A red Sharpie dot on my chin, or on my lip. Right there. Right there. Because I only had a Sharpie, and I had to use my mouth to, like, take the lid off. And then when I was putting the lid back on, I had my eyes closed and got my face. Okay, so that's out loud honesty, right? So I took down some notes, and some of the notes are pretty cool. One told me about a cool retreat that I'm going to be hosting, and another was talking to me about the topic of this out loud honesty. And you can't really read my writing. It's the beauties of the lefty using their right hand to craft something. And it just, I took the notes and I sunk back down into meditation, and then, other out loud honesty, I got up after 30 minutes. Okay, so meditation is going to bring up all kinds of things for you, you know, and it's going to make you feel uncomfortable and want you to get up and want you to leave the room and want you to focus on answering a phone call or returning a phone call or texting somebody or sending an email or cleaning out your fridge or the lint trap, or even better yet, vacuuming the lint trap of your dryer, because, you know, that's so much more important than taking that moment and connecting to yourself and connecting within to all of this truth and all of this wisdom that exists there, rather than looking outside yourself for solutions. Because we are innately wise, and we like to convince ourselves otherwise. All right. So what does Let's Talk Meditation and Out Loud Honesty, what does it have to do? Well, really, I'm shamelessly using a podcast to call myself out on my own bullshit and invite you to please do the same. I encourage everyone to meditate, to sit in meditation and see. If you don't like it being called meditation, you can call what Kyle Cease calls it, which is sitting. Yeah, just sitting. And it's a powerful, restorative, energizing, awakening process. And we are so scared to spend time with our own selves. Funny, isn't it? So my commitment is I am going to get off of this podcast and sit for the remainder of my meditation. And I invite you to ask me, call me out on it, ask me, hey, did you sit? Did you? And just spend time with yourself. I'm going to spend time with myself. I encourage you to do the same. It's not that scary. Our old self or our old stories are really scared of it, because so many profound changes can come simply from sitting. So I invite you to join me in this practice. And I also invite you to join me again for my next episode of Out Loud Honesty. Honesty Out Loud. Geez, I can't even remember the name of my own podcast. Okay, so much love and so much gratitude to you. Let me know how your sit went. So, bye for now.